Hey everyone, I just wanted to welcome you to the 30-day challenge and introduce you to some of the products and just what a sample day looks like. So we're going to go through everything that you got in your package and just literally what a typical day is going to look like for you for the next 30 days. So the first thing we're going to start with is the Digestion Plus. So it comes in this little box, if you should have this, and it comes with these little packages inside. There's two ways to actually use this. What the package says is to mix it with 4 ounces of water, like in a little cup, and take it back like a little shot. But for me, I prefer to put it right on my tongue, so I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. So you go like this, put it on your tongue, mix it around, swallow it down, just like that. Really simple. Otherwise, you're just going to drink it back in your little glass, and you're good to go. So, not the best tasting thing either. I'm just going to give you that warning. I don't prefer it in water because of the taste, so that's why I just put it right on my tongue, wash it down with a little fizzy. So that leads me into the fizzy, the next thing I'm going to teach you how to make. So this is just kind of how I start my day. It's the caffeine that you're going to have to replace the coffee and the caffeinated teas, and any caffeine that you're using other ways, this is what you're going to be using. So you take your fizzy. I'm going to make it in my little Arbonne shaker cup. Some people will make it in just a regular old water bottle. If you're going to do that, just make sure you take this off, pour a little bit out so that there's water like up to here, pour your fizzy in and shake it up. Otherwise, you're going to have a volcano of fizzy shooting everywhere. So I like to make mine in my shaker cup. So sorry, I have my protein shake stuff here. You just take it, there's a little rip here, rip it open, pour it in. I like mine with ice. Close it up, shake it up just a little bit. Don't overshake it because it is fizzy. And you're good to go. So now you have your fizzy, your caffeine to start you off in the morning. Then you're gonna make your breakfast. So that's where my shake comes in. So I have the Vitamix. You can use whatever blender you have. Most blenders work fine. I start with just a little bit of water and ice. I take my water right to cover up the ice that I have in there, just a couple handfuls of ice. Then I'm going to add my protein powder. I'm going to make a vanilla. So I have vanilla and chocolate here, as you can see. So I'm going to take the little scooper in there. 1 scoop, 2 scoops, and 2 scoops is going to get you that 20 grams of vegan protein. You're going to add a little fiber. This is a new fiber, so I'm going to open it up. And 1 scoop of this fiber is 12 grams of fiber. So you add that in. And I'm going to give you a little tip. So if you, I'm going to put half in. So if you are not used to using fibers, this is your first time using a fiber, you definitely want to just start with like a 1/4 of a scoop, a half a scoop, to just work your way up to the full 12 grams. Because a lot of times people can get bloated and things when when their body's not used to having enough fiber. So I'm going to put a half in because I usually make another shake again. And I'm going to put the other half in that one. So that's the fiber. And I do want to say I put 2 scoops of the vanilla in, but I do have this protein booster. So if anybody has this, this is not common, the kit that you got. But this is another protein supplement. So sometimes I will not do a 2nd scoop of the regular fiber, and I'll put a little bit of this protein booster in because it doesn't have any sugars or sweeteners or anything like that in it. So it's just a little bit less calories and things like that. So if you're looking for another option, you can ask your consultant a little bit more about that product. So now I have my fiber and my protein in there. I'm going to add a couple other things. So I have my spinach, which is going to be the vegetable that I put in there. And again, I usually just put whatever I really have in the fridge in my shake. So right now I have spinach, and this is going to be my Thin Mint protein shake. Add a green apple that's cut up. I take a little bit of almond extract. You don't really need this, but I kind of like what it tastes like, so I put a little bit of that in, a little bit of peppermint extract to give it the mint. Just a tiny bit of this. Do not overdo peppermint extract. Just a couple little drops is good. I do a little bit of cinnamon. If I had a banana, I would throw that in there, but I don't actually have a banana right now. And then some cashew butter. And you can put like just raw cashews in there. Sometimes people really like almond butter. I just do a little bit of that. Doesn't need to be a ton. And I like to just do water as my base, but some people will do almond milk or something like that. So, put the lid on. Mix it up. It's gonna be loud. Your shake's ready to go. So that's your first meal of the day. Then you are going to prepare your lunch. So some people have their fizzies at different times of the day. If you're not somebody that wants to have a fizzy in the morning, you don't have to have that first thing. That's just something that I like to do. So some people will have theirs after their breakfast, in between their breakfast and their lunch, or some people have their next fizzy later, so we'll go through that, but that's kind of up to you, like where you usually have that cup of coffee or the energy drink, just replace the fizzy with that. And if you like to have something hot, some people like to drink the tea in the morning. I'm a person who likes to drink tea at the end, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. So now we're going to talk about just having a healthy lunch. So a typical lunch for me, a big salad, so spinach or romaine or something, some type of leafy green. Load it with a bunch of vegetables. You can cut up like some avocado, some red onion, a little bit of tomato, some cucumbers. I like to throw a little bit of raw cashews in there. You can literally quick make your own dressing, like with apple cider vinegar and olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, salt, mix it all up, throw that on top. Perfect. That's like the best thing you can have. So just say that was my typical lunch. Then after lunch, I would have another fizzy. I would make exactly the same thing. And that's kind of like my afternoon snack. So sometimes I think like in between breakfast and lunch, I don't really have a snack. It's usually between lunch and dinner that I have my snack. So I'll make another fizzy. I'll have a little Fit Chew. I might have, a cut up apple with a little bit of cashew butter again, or maybe some hummus and carrots, something like that. And then if I did that lunch, like that salad for lunch, I would definitely then have a shake for dinner. So again, I would come back, maybe I would have chocolate this time, switch it up. You guys, I don't know what your package is, but a lot of times you get a chocolate and a vanilla, so you can mix it up. We have tons and tons and tons of recipes. I know I made a Thin Mint one here today with you guys, but we have millions of them, so you never get sick of what you're eating. And then at the close of the day, I would have my detox tea, and you can have this 1 to 2 times a day. It depends on what your liking is. I just prefer to like wind down my day with some detox tea. It comes just like any other tea, and you can have it warm or hot. Hot or cold. I've never actually had it cold, but people really like it. Sometimes they'll even mix it with their fizzy. They call it a tizzy, and it's like just gives you the energy, but making it kind of hot. So you can just have this. I do like a little bit of lemon, a little bit of coconut oil. It tastes really, really good. People like it just plain, so you don't have to add anything to it. So that is the tea. And then the 7-day cleanse. So the 7-day cleanse we're going to introduce a little bit later into your 30-day program, but I kind of just wanted to explain it a little bit for you. It comes in this box. You're going to get little packets inside. There's 7 of these. So you take this packet and you mix it into a water bottle. Here's the water bottle I just had on hand. I'm not going to show you exactly, but you would fill this up with water, 32 ounces. You'd rip open the package, pour it in, mix it up, and you drink it throughout the day. Don't chug it all in one sitting. That's not the point. You just want to make sure you're giving yourself enough time and drink it throughout the day. And you want to definitely be drinking some water alongside of it, your fizzy, whatever you have, to help get things moving. You definitely don't want to rely on this to hydrate you, because it won't. Some people like to add a fizzy into their detox, because it doesn't taste amazing. I prefer the taste now. I don't mind it. But I'll sometimes even just squeeze some fresh lemons or oranges or something that I have on hand, just to, ease up the taste just a little bit. But that is really how a typical day is going to look in the 30-day challenge.